All right, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Kony at Genesis X. And yeah, you guys will see me in SoCal, but now I'm out here asking some top players some more questions. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Peace. Oh, and then, do you have a major horror story?
Major horror story.
Whoa. I'm trying to. All right, you gotta give me a second on that. I feel like I do. They just all kind of blur together.
Like something that really bad that happened at a Smash Major?
Yes.
Okay.
A horror story? Like that happened to me, or I could just say?
Either. So whatever's easier, I don't know. Either.
Yeah, there was one guy at Genesis 4 that came up to me and just started desperately begging me and my friend to come back to his room because he had a nice bottle of Prosecco.
Okay.
And I have this like beautiful bottle of Prosecco.
Insane.
And then he said a slur.
Okay, I have one recently. I told this on a Tuesday podcast.
Yeah.
But
Jesus. And I was like, I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not interested.
Okay.
And then later on, that person would change their ways and become very cool.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is the craziest story. We'll leave them unnamed for their sake.
this was at Big House. I have to play Axe in my projected bracket. But he tweets out that he's feeling sick, so he's like, oh, I think I'm gonna have to drop out. And I see that. And usually I'm the kind of guy who's like, I'm not afraid of competition and stuff, but I messaged Moki, Axe dropped out, frowny face. But then I sent him a voice memo of me going, yeah! Like I'm just popping off.
Hell yeah.
I reverse 3-0 Ossify in the sweatiest Martha of all time.
Oh, yeah.
I stand up, and first thing I see
Dude.
is Axe sitting down, Pikachu hat down.
No.
And I'm just like, what the fuck is he doing here?
That's tough.
He was pretty sick, so the set wasn't that close. But that was.
Oh, I remember that.
I felt
That
like
was funny, though.
I felt like I got karma.
One time, I spent too much money on the mogul card. Thought Ludwig was gonna be mad.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine.
There is, you can find, there's a Twitlonger write-up of it, of like just the story of what happened. I think it was I can't remember if it was at the first Fate or the last Air, but somebody came home like ridiculously drunk from like the club that night because people would just get fucked up in those tournaments. It was crazy. And honestly, it's part of the fun of it in some ways. At least, I would say, especially in Europe.
They turn up, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
particularly in the UK.
Dude, I was that guy once who goes up to someone after they lose. It was my first major.
But some guy like stumbled and like found his way into the kitchen at the venue because it was at like a university, and then he passed out and he shit himself and like all over the floor, and the venue was so mad because it was like this person and there's just like shit everywhere and it had to get cleaned up, and the TOs had to like negotiate the continuation of the tournament.
bro, oh my
so that's
God.
I think that's when maybe drinking culture goes too far, of course.
Yeah.
But that is a
Shit on the floor.
very memorable.
Not pee on the floor though.
No,
Not too far?
no, pee's fine.
Yeah,
Pee's fine.
yeah.
Pee's fine, especially if you clean it up right
Yeah,
away.
cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think like my first major horror story was an Australian major, and I go up to these two guys playing because I'm pretty new. I don't really know what the etiquette is. Yeah, exactly. And I tap him on the back and I go, hey, is this tournament? And the guy turns around and goes, it's game 5, bro. And the guy who I tapped on the back was down 2 stocks to 1, turns around shaking his head and instantly gets 0 to death. Bro. And then he gets up and the other guy pops off on him, and I'm like, I want to fucking die, dude. I felt so bad. I like just shrunk away, and I was like, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I've never lived that down. That guy retired after that happened too. Oh. It was fucked up.
That's
I know.
the craziest
I know.
story
It was
about
bad, man.
Last year at Genesis, this wasn't at the tournament, but I was flying with Quiggles. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, I'm a little familiar.
Yeah. So we were flying together, and we had opted to do like a connection through Denver to get to San Jose instead of doing direct to San Fran. And our flight got canceled after we had already boarded the plane for like 2 hours because of some software thing. And then meanwhile, like Quiggles is going like doom spiral mode, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get us to this tournament on time. And I end up like negotiating with the person and get us in that day. Otherwise, we were gonna get in the next day on Friday, and that would have sucked.
Yeah.
But that was probably it.
Major horror story? Oh man, I maybe yesterday, but no, I think the worst one. It was probably
Oh, I'm not gonna say who, but like at one of the majors that I went to, it was not a huge major, but there was definitely like some dude walking around and knocking on hotel doors, asking if people want to do ketamine with them.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's insane. Okay.
I think this only happened to me once. Like there was like I really love fans. I like a lot, but there was a fan that was like how you say this, like follow me around, follow me around.
Kind of like stalking you.
Yeah, kind of like follow me, like even to eat or something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it only happens once. But that was probably my only horror story.
Okay, yeah, that is a crazy story.
All right, real quick. Only 5% of my viewers are subscribed to my channel, so if you enjoy the Kony content and you'd like to see more of my videos, check to see if you're subscribed to the channel. Thanks, and back to the video.
Dude, this bracket was a major horror story. All I had to do was play Josh, who I play all the time, straight into a Kier. Like that's like 2-sentence horror right there.
Yes.
Dude, I got Donkey Kong done, and that happened at Gommel too, where I lost to Quang and Winners straight into Lunar Dusk in Losers, or well, it wasn't straight into, but it was damn close. No, I think as far as major horror stories, I don't know. Oh,
I cried at Egg Dog Scramble, which was like last month for like the first time, and that wasn't quite a major. But that I think was my first tournament where I like really cried. I lost to Soonsay and Winners in the Fox Ditto, and it's like that was the worst anyone has ever played. And it's like, and including Soonsay, he played like shit too, and it's like nothing feels worse than that. And so I'm crying. I find a corner to cry in behind some curtains so no one can find me, and I'm like sobbing, but I'm like muffling it so that like, because low key, it's like there's like a tiny curtain between me and like the people that are playing friendlies, and then so I'm just like sobbing, to be honest, and I'm like, I know I'm holding up the bracket. What do you want? Yeah, soon.
Also, I remember thinking, in terms of play, Battle of BC last year, I set myself up. I was like, oh, I have really good matchups. I was going to have to play Amsa according to seeding, and I'm really good against Yoshi, so I wanted a shot. And then I lost to Polo, and then got knocked into losers, and then made a bit of a losers run. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to play Josh. I'd like to play Josh. And then I lost to Salam, so...
Okay. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, we're from SoCal.
Yeah.
I'm crying behind the curtains. I know I'm holding a bracket because I like pulled it up on my phone. I know that I have a match ready, and this is the first time I've ever really cried. And eventually I'm like, okay, I kind of get it under control. I'm still sad and like kind of crying, but I've stopped. So I have to play BZ in losers, the Marth player, really cracked player. Games 1 and 2 versus him, and I've like already made him wait like 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Not like too long, but not short either. Games 1 and 2 versus him, I'm like not crying the whole time, but randomly, something like unrelated to the game, I'll just like, tears will start coming out. It's on stream. I have a hat on, a mask on. He has no idea. And it's on a quad stream. There's no webcams. Like, you can't see. But I'm just crying. I win games 1 and 2. And I'm like, I need to fucking lock in. There is no reason that I cannot win this tournament. And then he reverse 3-0s me. I'm not crying those 3 games. Yeah, but right after, I was back to sobbing.
Tough.
Yeah. Sorry to hear. Major, but yeah. That was rough, but it was cool.
One of our homies almost got us fucking rejected at the border going to Big House.
Yo.
He just, shout outs to Andreas, love my boy. He fumbled it so bad with border security. They were like, there's 4 of us in the car. He hands the guy 3 passports, and he's like, where's your passport? Like, I see 4 people in the car, there's 3. And he could not stop tripping over his words. He was like, I'm so sorry, sir. Sir, I'm actually, we're going, and then he's like, where are you going? And we're like, Michigan. That's what he says. He's like, Michigan. He's like, okay, welcome to Michigan. Where are you going? And he's like, Detroit. And it just kept going on. And I was like, okay, Andres, let me handle it. I'm like, we are going to Detroit. We are playing a 20-year-old children's party game. And he was like, all right, have a good one.
Hell yeah. That's crazy.
That was the closest. I was like, dude, Andreas, you need to step down. Please stop talking. Just hand the nice man your fucking passport and let's be on our merry way. Oh, man. If I didn't go to Big House because of that, I would have been so sad.
That'd be
You probably get blacklisted, too. That's the thing. That someone's going to put that on your record and be like, this guy's fucking weird. Don't let him in.
Yeah, American Border Patrol does not fuck around.
Nah.
Played like Apache, high in the stars, feel like Jirachi. Been going high, cannot stop me. I ain't so high, feel like a zombie. But I still fudge like work on me, share my brain.